Storm taking on the Eels. Storm man.
The Zac Lomax Cup.
Is he playing?
No, he's not playing.
No, he's not.
Well, listen, there was bad blood before this Zac Lomax stuff,
yeah.
right? So the grand final, and Hindy still wants that ring back. So, mate, what is happening with Zac?
Well, he's in court. So
Yeah.
the court will decide when Zac
You're
comes
still
back.
on Melbourne's side? Hey, like you're in the corner?
Yeah,
like
Peter-
Rocky's trainer me?
Yeah. Well, he needs to play football. He needs to be back in the NRL. Yes, he does.
He does, once Parramatta are happy.
Oh, my God.
Has anything changed in the last couple of days since
No.
the
Parramatta's
last
still unhappy.
conversation we had?
No, nothing's happened, bro.
Yeah.
Hasn't moved anywhere.
Okay.
I think Zac's gone back. I'm told he's gone back to Temora to relax and be around close ones.
How long would this court process take?
It's due for a hearing for a week, and then it's got 2 other days the week after, I think. So about
So we'll
5
know
days.
within 2 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks, we should know.
We should
yeah.
know.
Can I ask, Reedy, have you got in contact with any lawyers or law firms to see?
Well, Gordy, funny should ask. I actually have a law degree. It's a true story.
No, yeah, no, it's amazing.
I haven't done my articles.
Yeah.
And I studied it 20 years ago.
There's
my
less-
my
there's- there's
memory
less-
of it was
less
that
face
Zac
off
might
that.
have a good case.
Why do you represent Zac?
Parramatta
It
would love
survived.
that.
It survived, baby. It's Marvo. That's Marvo.
All right, what about the Melbourne Storm? Back-to-back losses in grand finals. No Nelson Asifo-Solomona, no Jonah Pezzett, no Ryan Pappenhausen, no Eli Katoa.
They don't lose round
coats.
1.
No coach.
They don't lose round 1, do they? This will be the first one ever.
Wow, you're calling
Isn't
it?
it? So, like, then Craig Bellamy, what was it, 20? Like, then last year on Fox, 21 years, and hadn't lost round 1. Like, I remember the Matt Nable piece. So,
Yeah.
what do we say? And their pre-season form hasn't been great. I think the Gold Coast put the cleaners from 2 weeks ago. So
42-12, I got that tattooed
I'm
on
not
my arm.
concerned just yet, Braith. They had some big guns not playing in the pre-season. So yeah, they've still got Hughes. They've still got Munster. They've still got Harry Grant.
Yeah, mate, they got enough.
They've still got Stefano. They've still got a lot of
They'll
good
make the 8
players
easily,
to
right? They'll make the 8 easily. I think they'll be on the. I'm not sure about top 4. I think they'll fall away a little bit.
Are they the best prepared side in the
Well, they're
competition?
the best. That's right.
Right?
And they've got big game players.
Right, and that's what Craig has been so
They
good
don't
at.
have depth
Preparing
anymore, though,
his.
That's,
I get it, but he's
agree.
they're always prepared to go get the job done.
That's a good point. All right, Craig Bellamy's future. Another two seasons for Craig Bellamy.
Yeah.
Well, it's good we don't have to hear about it for another 2 years.
Well,
Reedy's
but
been
this is interesting because we've been hearing that he's going to step away
Retire.
for a long time.
Well, that's what he told me.
years.
He actually told me that halfway through the year. I spoke to him.
You were very close to getting him to the
on
Gold
behalf
Coast.
of the
Gordon.
Titans,
No.
Very close. I'm told he was 24 hours from going to the Gold
This was
Coast.
Gordon Tallis, Craig Bellamy's mate, just talking to him at a State of Origin in the tunnel. And we were talking about his family and his wife, and they got to move to the Gold Coast. He goes, mate, I'm going to move to the Gold Coast. He goes, I'm done. So there's some sort of turn. And do you know what?
I think
I don't blame him
Wendy-
because coach is coach, right? Look at Wayne Bennett. Like, Wayne Bennett's always seems to be done, but those guys that just love coaching, that's what they do. Like, it keeps them young. They want to hang around and they want to improve young kids, and he's very good at what he does.
I feel like he'll always coach until he believes he can't win a comp.
Okay.
That's my
So,
sense.
okay.
And I feel like he can still believe.
Well, he's got
whilst
Munster, Harry, and
he's still got those
and
boys
Grant,
there, right?
So he
and
can
we'll
win
see
a
how
comp.
Suafa goes at fullback. But I feel like, whilst those guys are still there, he thinks he can win a comp.
What about Parramatta? They've been impressive.
Yeah.
The trial form, you can't really fault them. They look really sharp. Their systems look in place. It looks like Jason Riles is really getting the best out of these guys. On and off the field, they look very happy, very connected. Well, do they win this week, and what do we think of them moving forward this year?
I think they're outside chance of the 8, Braith. I think Jonah Pezzett's a great addition, but it all revolves around Mitch. If Mitch is fit, they're a chance of playing finals football. If Mitch can stay fit most of the year,
I agree.
they win most games when Mitch plays. He's that good a footballer. Why's everyone agreeing with me tonight? This is
I
drama.
agree with
Not
that.
necessarily.
No.
I'm intrigued how Jonah's enjoyed it, Braith. Has he enjoyed
He's loving it. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's loving it. I mean, him and Mitch get along really well because they're both just footy nuts. They're both high IQ and they're really thriving together. But he's still got a lot of work to do. I mean, he's happy with his form. Riles, he's happy with it. He's excited to play alongside Mitch, and he's happy to be playing first grade every week.
Speaking of people at Parramatta, Braith, it's like, whilst, Mitch, they needed Mitch to play every game if they're going to be competitive. They're much more comfortable now if he does miss a little bit of time, knowing that there's a guy like Jonah there that can run the side.
And a couple of young blokes that come on in that second trial, geez, they played some good footy. If you didn't think that Parramatta had depth. If you watch those trials, they got some kids.
They're
that are
building.
gonna play.
They're building nicely.
All right, let's look at the next game. Friday Night Warriors up against the Roosters over at Go Media Stadium. It's a big one, this, right, for a number of reasons, but let's just start with it. DCE.
Well, a lot of people think that he's the missing ingredient. They'll win the comp, Braith. Because, obviously Sammy Walker's a bloke who I think, and a lot of people think, is on the cusp of being a really elite footballer, Sammy Walker. And Daly can potentially unlock that in him. I think that's the way people see it. I'm not as convinced as a lot of other people. They need to win me over, the Roosters, because Daly, I think, didn't have his greatest year last year. I think he struggled a bit with everything that was going on, and I'm intrigued to see how him and Sam work.
Can I ask you this, really? Right? So, it's actually my opinion. If I'm a young kid, I go backwards if I give the reins away. So is Daly Cherry Evans going to take a back seat until they get somewhere and just point the side around? Is he going to give the keys to the car?
To be honest with you, Gordy, I've only just...
Sam, and then just co-pilot, and if he has to take the wheel, he does? Or does he grab the wheel from when he first goes?
I've only just started exchanging texts with Rob again. I haven't picked up the phone to ring him about team details.
I think there was, speaking of people at Manly, right, there was this misconception that Daly ran that side offensively, right? Like he was the attacking general. It was Tom Trbojevic who ran that side, right, from a tactical getting the team around. So whilst he's worn the number 7 throughout his career, he's never started another position, Daly Cherry Evans, throughout his long career. But I feel like it's probably overstated his organisational skills.
Well, Sam Walker looked sensational, and he's only going to get better. We haven't seen the best of Sam Walker. I've said it for a long time now. Sam's, he's one of the best halves in our game. He's I would say, close to the most creative and opportunistic. But it's just those moments in big games, the high percentage plays he needs more of.
What does my team need me to do now?
That's exactly right. All right, let's get to the next game. The Broncos up against the Panthers at Suncorp Stadium now. The Broncos.
It's a big clash for Brisbane.
Game of the round.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Right now.
Give me something. Come on. What are we
Well,
thinking?
I think it's a big game for Brisbane off the back of the World Club Challenge, off the back of the Payne Haas news, off the back of the rumblings around why Payne Haas left. Yeah. It's a huge statement game for the Broncos.
Well, I think they'll win. I think I've tipped them to win a premiership. Okay. I think they'll be in the top, clearly in the top 4 again.
They still got one of the best rosters, mate.
Definitely.
You know what? They go over to England, and the Bronx have been there, and don't forget the England sides, right? So, we can really dive into that or go, the last 3 Aussie sides have been beaten by the English, right? So, and I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything, because it does mean something to you, but I think it means more to the English sides than what it does to the Aussie sides.
They got up for that game. It was the grand final for them, and look what happened today. They're likewise. They've gone over there.
The only thing difference is the Broncos went over there for 2 weeks, went over there for 6 days and caught up with Alf and Kevy when they were playing at Warrington. So we weren't quite ready for the game, but it's the same outcome. So I think Brisbane, it depends Reece. Reece saved them last.
Yeah.
It's such an important game.
Reece saved them. Those last 3 games, they don't win without
grand
Reece.
Final.
It
was all Reece.
I'm with me. It's an important game because, as we spoke about last week, there's already rumblings coming out of the place, and if they lose badly, those rumblings will get louder and louder and louder, and the pressure intensifies.
Rumblings about what?
It's unbelievable.
It's just everything.
But it's just unbelievable that we're having this conversation when the last game was a premiership win.
Yeah, they haven't kicked the ball.
What do you mean? No, hold on. You guys put shit on me. The coach got them to a grand final, got beaten by Penn. They shouldn't have lost it, and was moved on in August. And they thought, that's the club. That's the biggest brand. That's the biggest. The Broncos.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
We're talking about the future of. Essentially, we're talking about the future of the Roosters too. That just won a comp. That's unprecedented.
There's a bit going on since. I mean, you said the last game was they won a comp. There's a bit going on since then. I mean, they lost the best forward in the game. They lost the World Club Challenge with what were they down in that game? They're getting flogged at half time.
It was 30 to 4.
Well, that's why I said it's such a big game for them, Reedy, just because of all the noise, all the optics, all the decision around Payne as well. It's huge.
Right, let's get to the next game. It's the Sharks taking on the Titans at Shark Park. It's hard to get a read here, right? I mean, the Titans have looked really good.
Come on. No, do you know what?
They have looked really good.
I think it's a tremendous round one, just from the NRL. You got Josh Hannay taking on his old club, taking on his old coach. The Sharks they fight over a bone, right? And there doesn't have to be much
Meat on it.
Meat on it, right? So like the narrow side, just goes to the scrap all the time, and they're really hard to beat. And you got the Titans. Well, we trolled, mate. Like we put 30 points on the Melbourne, but it's a trial, right? So I'm intrigued with this one. Shark Park's always a tough place to win, and they start well.
All right, what about you guys? Firstly, quick touch on the Titans.
The Titans, they were impressive in the preseason. Josh Hannay is obviously a good coach. I'm interested to see AJ Brimson, is that his best position? You know, we've been speaking about it for how many years now? Are we going to settle on him at 6, Jaden Campbell at 7? And I'm a big fan of
They need the absolute
Kenny.
best out of every single player in their whole squad, the Titans, to be in finals, right? They need to be... And they can do that with Josh, though. I mean, the communication I've had with him and the feedback I've had from players there, he's pretty special.
Listen, I should elaborate. It's probably the best feeling that I've had since I've been at the club. And like the way the place is buzzing, and then like we had like a Christmas party and the boys were all talking. I said, well, don't tell me how good it is here. You got to show me how good it is here. But just everybody, and re-signing Tino is huge. And Cooper By. And don't forget, Jaden Campbell was getting off. Keanu Kinney. And don't forget, Jaden Campbell was getting offered pretty much half of Perth, right?
What about the Sharks, Reedy?
Look, they're, as Gordy said, they're a team that fight over everything, right? And I think Craig Fitzgibbon's a great coach, right? We all know that.
Yes.
And they will never beat themselves, the Sharks. But I just wonder whether, excuse me, it's a bit like when we talk about the Bulldogs. Is that spine good enough to win a comp? It's the same issue we had with them last year.